everybody, welcome back to my channel Nenya Reacts. Today we are watching the third episode of Outlander. Yay! In the last episode it was a bit of a slower paced episode and Claire's at the castle. She thought she could get away but Dougal had words with his brother and they've now decided to keep her captive and she's going to be the castle's healer. Without further ado, let's get into it. The way out. So she's going to try and get out. Look at Frank in his uniform. And Claire.
That stubbornness isn't what I find so attractive about you.
He's quite handsome, isn't he, Frank?
That's my cue.
Bye. Aww.
Promise that you'll return to me.
I promise.
Gosh, it would be really hard, wouldn't it, to say goodbye? Ooh, that's going to be cold.
I really can wash and dress myself, you know. I don't mind.
That's her job, I guess.
Can I tell you something?
Of course you can.
He hasn't been born yet. I'm from the future.
I abjure thee!
No, Mrs. Fit.
I'm a good Christian woman. I'll not let you spill any
Fit, no!
witch! Oh, why?
I don't think Mrs. Fitz would do that. She wouldn't.
If I could get in Colum and Dougal's good graces, perhaps I could win my release.
Maybe. Oh!
Would lies, Jesus H. Roosevelt Christ.
She picked up that Jesus H. Roosevelt Christ while she was at war. An American soldier used to say it when she was pulling shrapnel out of his wounds. I got that from the books. I'm on chapter 3. If I was back here, I would just tell people that I'm from the future. I couldn't do what she's doing.
My guards began to spend their time in the kitchen while I was seeing patients. A sign of trust.
Go on home now. Her boy died last night.
Last night, and she's at work. So you had to back then. No sick pay. The Black Kirk.
Somehow the ruins killed him.
It was not the ruins, you daft woman. It was the demons who roam free inside the ruin.
You daft woman, pot kettle.
No match for old Nick.
Mackenzie's waiting.
Right.
He looks familiar. Who's he? Don't know. These drunkards. What's wrong with it?
Does not a man's coat usually fall just to the knee?
Oh, he made the coat longer so that it would cover his legs and hide them.
My legs should be hidden.
Oh no! Calm down, Colin. It's alright, it's alright.
Of course, man.
Just cut it up a bit.
Thank you, my lad.
We won't be making that mistake again. Was she thinking that he wanted something else?
I believe it'd be more beneficial if, rather than your legs, I massaged the base of your spine.
Oh!
Don't tell me my arse offends you too. What I did to make the devil punish me like this.
It's nothing to do with the devil. It's bad luck. I'd like a massage. I've only ever had one massage. Should get Claire to teach other people to do it so that they can do it when she goes.
I believe I'll have a better view from over there.
Yeah. A better view of Jamie.
I'm Claire Beecham.
Leoch Mackenzie.
But it's not me he fancies.
Oh.
I was just telling Miss Mackenzie how beautiful she looked tonight.
Right. She's bonny.
I don't understand a word.
It is beautiful.
Well, I do remember. You were so... I mean, do you not remember me from then?
No. No, I don't think so. Young
Break her heart.
16's too taken up with his own grand self. A rabble of snot-nosed bairns.
What the rest of you like?
most folks that drink.
Sharing her drink. Isn't that quite an intimate thing to do, to share a drink with a man back then? Very good.
I take that back, wee lass.
She should have said, take it yourself. Leary, just move on. Unrequited love. Now what?
I should go.
Scabbed over nicely.
Good night. Thanks for the speech, Jim.
Jamie's good at smiling, isn't he? Smiling with his eyes. Oh, a thistle. That's the flower of Scotland. And verbena.
My breakfast barely past my gullet.
Hello.
So glad you could join me.
Father Bain. He plans to perform an exorcism on the Baxter boy. He's not ill. He's possessed. Do you not believe in demonic possession, Claire?
Do you?
But you believe in the powers of magic, do you not? I'll not go near him, and neither should you.
I think Gaius knows fairly quickly about Claire, doesn't she? I think she knows now. I think she knows from when they met in the last episode. At least she's very suspicious.
A priest once told me my healing skills were a gift from God.
Yeah? So, works both ways. You need to send out a leaflet to all the kids in the town. Stop going up to the Black Kirk and eating stuff.
Father Bain.
No.
And pupils' pinpoints. A sign of poisoning. What have you eaten recently? Give me something to cut these ropes.
No, miss. Wouldn't you do that?
I should say not.
This guy's proper scary. He's really scary.
Give me a chance.
You need to come back when this guy's gone. Oh my god.
Let's make way now.
You can't do anything right now, Claire. It would be really hard if you were Claire and you know that this is all just a bunch of hokum. And this poor boy is ill. And she could help him. Jamie?
Your lip looks a little swollen, Jamie. Did you get thumped by a horse?
Phillies. Hey! Bit my tongue.
He's getting teased.
Hey, if you're teasing the lad about Leary,
Yeah.
if her father or Cullum comes to know about it, young Jamie could get more than a bloodied nose.
Like a wife?
He needs a woman, no a lassie. And Leary would be a girl until she's 50.
I felt ashamed of the way I teased Jamie. And if I was being perfectly honest, I did it because I was jealous.
Yeah.
Not jealous of Leary.
No.
Jealous of their intimacy. I missed my husband.
What's he doing hanging out here?
You might like to visit Gillis Duncan, the Fiscal's wife,
Why?
to restock your shelves before the gathering.
I'd be jealous if I saw Jamie kissing another girl though. I wish it was me! Not if I was missing my husband though.
Bark. Eases a whiskey headache.
Well, I think it's more than just missing your husband.
There's many things in this world we can't explain.
In this world, yeah.
He takes the view that every woman since Eve, who should be beaten daily by her husband to keep evil at bay.
I think Father Bane needs an exorcism. I would just stay out of this town. Every time you go to this town, you see something crazy going on.
The lad will probably lose his hand.
For stealing?
Doesn't that still happen in some places in the world?
Oh, I need some
Peppermint, my dearest.
Oh, God.
Ah! Father Bain is arguing for taking his hand.
Of course he is.
Arthur?
I don't know how she does it. I always thought he said 1 year nailed, but it's 1 ear nailed.
Oh, I've reached a decision.
I wonder who's doing that to him. To his bowels.
Better than losing a hand.
It is better than losing a hand, but... Oh. He stole the bread because he's probably hungry. Yeah, they loved the torture, didn't they, back in the day? What excellent acting from this little lad. Oh, they did it at the top. Oh. Father Baines loves seeing pain, doesn't he? He gets a kick out of it. He's like Randall. He's like Randall, but he's worse than Randall in a way because he's going under this guise of being a priest, a holy man, a godly person, meant to know right from wrong. Whereas Randall admits what he is, even though he's
One would think.
meant to be a
You
gentleman.
don't have pillories or punishment.
It's different there.
It's better there.
I was brought up in lots of places.
Really? Do tell.
Mm.
What is it?
I was thinking.
Mr. McTavish? I'm sure it's a good story. Why don't you have a glass of port and listen it?
But we should leave or we'll get naught but scraps for our dinner.
Jamie can read a room. Claire is like, no, let's go. That's what Gaelus's game is.
How much longer do you think you'll have to stay there?
His hour is done. It's just the lad's not got up the courage to tear his ear from the nail.
It's like the movie Saw. Try and pull it out yourself.
Your fingers, they're quite strong, I suppose.
That's the first of many joint ventures Jamie and Claire take.
The wee duke of the head and it's over.
Poor lad.
Shall I help you?
No. Oh. Well done.
Way home.
Go. Put the nail back in.
Doesn't like the sight of blood.
Doesn't like the sight of blood, but she's the local healer.
Would you be willing to risk helping me again?
No!
You think demons were responsible?
He taught me Latin and Greek and such.
Great, cool.
And I don't believe in tempting fate by making light of old Nick in his very own kirkyard.
Oh, so he believes in it. You would though, wouldn't you?
Wood garlic to eat.
This isn't wood garlic. Lily of the valley.
Lily of the valley?
Prussia, I mean.
Oh, it's not called Germany yet. She's cracked it. She solved the case again. Sherlock Claire. Oh, blimey now.
Mistress.
You should get him to eat some of it.
I think I can save his life. This is poisonous.
Blasphemy is this?
Oh, God.
Father, I mean no blasphemy. I simply want...
I am the Lord's disciple. You are not ordained to drive away the demon.
If you don't let me tend to him, he will die.
She's brave, Claire. She's well brave.
And must be purged or have his soul doomed to eternal damnation.
This is my sister's house.
And we'll decide what is done under its roof.
Roof. Stare him down. Yeah.
I smell the vapors of hell on you.
I think that's your own arse, mate.
And kill the boy almost as quickly.
Yeah, and then you'll be in big trouble. It worked quick, didn't it?
God bless you, mistress.
What do you think now, mister?
Satan may like to make a fool of God, but God will have the last word.
You can't win, can you? Can't win with him. You know what Father Baines needs? A bullet in the head. That's what he
I
needs.
believe Father Bain would prefer that boy died than me saved him.
Mm.
I hope I've earned a measure of trust from Colin.
Aye.
If you do too good, they're not going to want to let you go, though, are they? You'll be too valuable.
I doubt he want to see you leave anytime soon.
Yeah, yeah. You've got to walk a line.
Stay low and quiet.
Shh, you're making all the racket, Jamie. They got special chairs, because they're big boy chairs. Sounds familiar.
I stood upon the hill, and when did rise? I placed my hands upon the tallest stone and travelled to a far distant land.
This has happened before, Claire.
And travelled back to my own land.
Wow.
Back through the stones.
They always do.
The part where the woman
Frank's
returns
waiting
home.
for you. Oh.
I must escape Castle Leoch.
We've got a plan, Stan. So, even more reason to tell somebody about what's happened, because it's happened before. They've even got a song about it. She could have told Mrs. Fitz, and she'd be like, "Oh yeah, I know that story. That's happened before. We've heard tales about it." She's going to try and escape and get back to the stones. Wow. And I'm actually quite surprised. So far, anyway, at least, it's been very similar to the show, the books. Gosh, I love Outlander. I just love it all. It's so good. I'm thinking about setting up a Patreon soon so you can watch the whole thing, because I talk a lot and I have to cut a lot out. I shall catch you on the next one. Bye.